Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Bloom Outdoors. So, if you couldn't tell by the title of the video, today we are going to be installing this, which is a tune for the truck. If you are unfamiliar with the channel, it is a 2018 F-150 with the 5-liter V8, and today we are going to be installing this tune on it. It is the BDX SCT tune. I bought it off of Stage 3 Motorsports. It was around $500. But if you watched the last video, which was the cold air intake video, then you would know that I bought them as a performance package together from Stage 3 Motorsports. I bought them together, so it ended up being a little cheaper than that. And it is a custom tuner, so what I got was I got an 87 performance toe, a 91 performance toe, 91 performance, and then a 93 performance. I haven't really found any 93 like stations around here with 93. The highest I've seen is 91, and that's what I run on my truck, so I'm gonna run the 91 performance. I already opened it up, take a look at it, and there is some instructions on there. What you're gonna do though is you're going to buy the tune online. The tune came to me. I had to plug it into the truck to pull out the, I think it was called the ECU, and there was like a code or number or whatever for that, and then I had to send them in all my information about the truck, and they custom made me the tunes, and then they sent them to me through a Google Doc, and then from that I had to download it to my computer, and then I had to plug this guy into my computer and basically take it from the computer over to here. It was a super easy process. I thought it was going to be a lot harder, but they had some instructions on their website for what to do, and it ended up being really easy. It took me like 20 minutes in total to do everything. Was not bad at all. I thought it was going to take a lot more time and be a lot harder, but it wasn't, thankfully. I have everything downloaded from the computer, all my tunes and stuff, on to the device. So we're going to be plugging the tuning device into the truck and get the tune downloaded. I'm going to run the 91 performance tune on the truck. And this is also a tuner where you can plug it in and download the tune to it, and then you can unplug it, and the tune is still loaded onto it. And that's nice because if you know or watch the videos and know, then I have the heads-up display from F-150 LEDs, and so that stays plugged in to the OBD2 port, so that way this guy doesn't have to be plugged in all the time, because this one you can run it with like the gauges and stuff. It's hard to see there, but you can run it with all the gauges and stuff on here if you want to. I'm choosing not to do it that way, but you definitely can. But I just want to keep my heads-up display on, so I'm just gonna plug it in and do it and download the tune, and then I'm gonna throw the thing in the middle compartment there, so that way it's kind of out of sight. Nobody sees it, or nobody really knows it's tuned unless you've watched the videos, I guess, or you've asked me about it. So here is what the tuner looks like. It's actually pretty big, about that size. It does come with directions, so that makes it really nice. It comes with all your cords and everything you would need for your computer and for the OBD2 port. And I was reading up on it, and it did say that there is kind of like a 400 or 500 mile gap where after you download the tune to the truck that you need to drive it and kind of test it out, make sure everything works right. So in this video I will not be doing a review over it, maybe like a quick little review just to kind of see how it drives right away at first, but it said it does kind of take some time for it to kind of build in properly and connect to everything, if that makes sense. Kind of like not like a, I don't know what you want to call it, like a trial period, almost like a learning experience thing for it before it really knows what it's doing kind of thing. Hard to explain. But anyways, this will just kind of be an install video and a quick little drive with it afterwards to see if I notice any difference in the driving. But it is not going to be the complete review video. Later on, after I drive it a couple hundred miles and get all the settings figured out and everything, I will do a proper review video over it, but that will not be today. Alright, so we've got it plugged in right down there, as you can kind of see. Plugged into the OBD2 port, and we've got it right here. Don't really want to show you all the information on there, but basically first thing you're going to do is you're going to hit the program vehicle, which I have selected, and then it kind of says update required, but I already did that on my computer originally. When I got everything downloaded onto it, I did the update right away, so now it's basically saying, is this the right vehicle? And so there is a confirm button So you're gonna hit that. So it looks like device updates. Should be able to hit skip because I should have already done all that. Directions here that you have to do the update required, but I already did that on the computer. And so it's telling me then to connect to Wi-Fi, but since I already went on their website and did all that, I should not have to do any of that right now, so I just hit the skip. Based off everything I read online with it, this guy should be super easy to install, should not be hard or take that much time. And I think this device can hold, I want to say up to 10 different tunes. I don't know why you would need that many, but I believe it can hold up to 10 different ones. I've only got 4, and honestly, I'm probably only going to run 2 of them. I'll probably run the 91 Performance and 91 Performance Tow when I tow something. But for now, it'll just be the Performance because I'm not towing anything. It's up to date. Okay. Internet required. I mean, I think I've already done this. I guess I'll do it anyways again right now. Alright. There we go. Finally got it connected. Couldn't get it to connect to the house Wi-Fi. I don't know if it wasn't close enough. I think the thing might be shut off for random people. You kind of have to type the pass or the name in yourself. So that didn't pop up. So basically I had to turn on the hotspot on my phone so that it would pop up and connect to this guy. Pre-downloaded, you should be able to skip this settings. The on position. Now we're going to press continue. Let's see. Available preloads. So I am assuming this top one is what is stock on the truck, is what I'm assuming. That's the stock information on the truck. And like I said, I got all these downloaded on here, and I'm going to run the 91 Performance. So we'll select that, just approve. Looks like we should be downloading then. So like I said, I am going to do like a review over the tune later on down the road after I can kind of get the miles in and get this thing kind of warmed up and used to the truck. Unlocking. Throwing codes. Yeah, I am going to do a little kind of review later on down the road over the whole thing. But just as far as this device goes, then it is pretty easy to do. Like install so far. Just it came with directions, so just kind of following the directions and doing what they tell me to. They wrote the directions pretty good. So nothing's really too hard or advanced or beyond what the directions say. It's all pretty easy. There we go. About 10 minutes later. Because it had this whole dash shut off. And it just had that little, like, I think battery button that was down there. Throwing codes or something and clearing DTC. Hope the audio works on here. Turn key off to the off position and wait. Okay. Turn it to the on position and wait. Alright, I'm waiting. Do something. There we go. Hope the audio is working. My phone keeps connecting and disconnecting to the truck, so I'm hoping the audio here is working. Programming complete. Turn the key off. Alright. Turn the key off. We'll hit done. So I think that's it. I'm assuming. So thinking we can turn it on. Should be good. Doesn't look like we have any issues. So I'm assuming it's on. It said it was, so we should be good to go. Everything should be correct, I believe. Okay, we should just be able to unplug this guy now. Unplug it. So the battery didn't die, that's good. Because it was showing a little battery symbol. So if you go under device info, it says current tune 91 performance. So we should be good to go. The truck should be tuned. I'm gonna unplug this device. I'm going to plug in my, or like re-plug in my heads-up display because that was plugged into the OBD2 port. And then I'm gonna go take it for a quick little drive and see if I can notice a difference in anything. So let me get that done and then I'll see you guys on the road. Alright guys, I'm out driving. Honestly, not gonna lie, I did not think I was gonna notice that much of a difference from this tune. It's supposed to be a gain of around 50 horsepower-ish, like 50 to 55, I'm pretty sure is what it is. I'll leave it on the screen here for what this exact tune is with, if I can find how much it is for 91 performance, how much that tune is, like horsepower gains. I will eventually end up doing like a dyno on it to figure out how much horsepower we really do make, but just based off the internet and what I can find, then I'll leave it right here. So if you take a look at my gearing here, hard to tell, hard to see probably because I'm kind of shaky with the camera and stuff. But if you yourself have 10 speed, you would know how the gear shift. For me, it goes 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it skips second and fourth gear. With this tune, it does go through every single gear, which I mean can be annoying if you don't like feeling the shifts, I guess. But that is something I noticed. Also, normally when I'm going about 45, it's in like 9th gear. And RPMs are at about like 1100, 1200, and they're sitting at about 15, 1600, and it is holding in 7th gear. Highest speed I've gone so far is about 45, but that's what I've noticed. It's been in 7th gear the whole entire time, and it is warm. This thing definitely has more power. You know, even though it is like 50 horsepower, I really didn't think it was gonna be that much of a feel of a difference. I've never had like a tune, so I really didn't know what I was in for. It is definitely a gain in horsepower for sure. So I turned right at a light earlier and I was just on it like normal speed or whatever, and it was about 20 mile an hour, and I kind of punched on it. Both my tires spun and I totally just ripped and ate it. Let me try and do a quick little 0 to 60 for you guys. Holy crap. I didn't even get to 60, but I burned the rubber off of this thing. That was literally a burnout with no braking at all. That was insane. And I looked back and there was 100% tire marks, and I burned rubber on both tires. If you watch my last video when I just did the cold air intake, so you guys know, this is the cold air intake and the tune put on here, not just the tune. It is the SMB cold air intake. I bought them as a power pack, performance like thing, whatever you want to call it. The link for all this will be in the description down below. Definitely way more horsepower. I'm gonna turn around and go look at the tire marks because I definitely left them. I'm gonna go through tires really quick on this thing, that's for sure. Another big thing I did notice too is if you guys have this truck, I just spun them right there trying to get on it going, jeez. If you guys have this truck, you would know when you run it in sport mode. It is not in sport mode right now. When you run it in sport mode, it holds RPMs a little higher, and it likes to run through every gear. That is how it's running in normal mode right now. I am not even in sport mode. So, yeah, I couldn't even get to 60 before because, I don't know, I just wasn't paying that close of attention. If I do any kind of launch or anything, it's definitely gonna have to be in 4-wheel drive because I totally burned them on this in 2-wheel drive. 2-wheel drive, the only thing I did was traction control off. We're gonna get up here and you'll be able to see my marks. Where was it? Oh, right up here. So if you look right there, those tire marks, that is from me just totally burning them right there. This thing has a lot of horsepower. So like I said, this is the 5.0 V8, and so I believe horsepower from the factory is about 395. I'm pretty sure it's that. Yeah, I'm scared to like do a 0 to 60 because I'm gonna have to get new tires immediately. Like, look at that. Both sides, I burned them, shredded them, all the way up to here, like a good 40 yards, I'd say. I burned rubber. Jeez, this thing's got some serious power. So if I'm going like 40, I didn't quite burn them, but it was very close. It wanted to lose traction, but it got up there quick. It hit all the way to 6,500. This thing has got some mad horsepower. I was not expecting that at all. But again, like I said, this is the first tune I've ever had, so I really didn't know what to expect. But the truck did come stock. The truck is, I believe it's 395 horsepower. Not quite sure on torque, but I know that's what it is on horsepower. The cold air intake, I believe that added around 15, 20-ish horsepower. And this is like to the engine, not to the wheels, just in the engine. So that put us, let's say it was 15, that puts us at about 410 horsepower. So that was still a good amount. You know, I burned the tires a little harder when I did a 0 to 60 from stock, which is the cold air intake. Check out that video because I did a 0 to 60 comparison. But with this, it rips hard, like super hard, way more than I was expecting. Let's say this guy adds, I'm not exactly sure on numbers. Like I said, I left it down there before. Let's say it adds about 50 though. So that's about 460 horsepower, give or take some numbers, because I don't exactly know the numbers. But yeah, let's say it was 460 horsepower. Sounds like a lot, but it's a lot less to the wheels for sure. Because I believe the stock is 395 to the engine, and I think it's 320 to the wheels. So let's say if we're at 460 horsepower now, then we're at, I don't know, 375. So I mean, it's a good amount of addition. But I mean, whatever like 460 is, and I think it's a 15% off of that. So 460 times the 15%, and you subtract that, that's about how much horsepower we'd have. So far it looks like gas mileage is about staying the same, but like I said, this is just a quick little drive and first impressions review. I'll do a video after that, like 400 miles or 500 miles, however long it is. So probably about once I hit 12,000 miles on it, then I'll do another like a real review, you could say, because this was kind of an improper one. It was just a quick little drive to get impressions. But like I said, things I noticed, it runs through every gear. So I will be getting an exhaust here, because right now it's just a stock exhaust. I will get an exhaust, so you'll be able to hear it go through every single gear. It does hold the RPMs higher to stay in lower gears, so it's always ready, just like how it would in sport mode. But I didn't even run it in sport mode, I just ran it in normal mode, so it'll be interesting to see how it ends up being in sport mode. And also it shifts harder. I did notice that before. It was a nice smooth shift, you didn't even feel it at all, and now you can definitely feel it. It's not terrible by any means, but you can definitely feel it and you know you're shifting. And another thing is you better have a lot of money to spend on tires, because if you're hitting it like I just did, then you are gonna burn through tires seriously quick, because that was insane. But you guys, here is what the box looks like. Like I said, link for cold air intake, the tuner, as well as the performance pack. That's how I bought it, was as the performance pack. It's all on Stage 3 Motorsports. Go check it out. Definitely recommended after what I just experienced, because that was super fun. But I would definitely go check it out and pick yourself up one. For now, it's been good experiences. I don't know if that will change. Wait till the real review video comes out for it, and I will let you guys know what I really think about it. But thanks for watching another video of Bloom Outdoors. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.